Yikes. All right, Marissa, over to you.
All right, Makia, Stephen, thank you. Nearly 100 Virginia teenagers and young adults die each year from fentanyl overdoses. That's all according to the Virginia Department of Health. And today, in honor of National Fentanyl Awareness Day, we are joined by Virginia's First Lady, Suzanne S. Youngkin, in this segment, courtesy of the Virginia Foundation for Healthy Youth. First Lady Youngkin, thank you so much. It's our esteemed honor to have you joining us live today.
Well, good morning, Marissa, and thank you so much for focusing on this most important issue.
Yeah, it's so important. Now, what do you want families and youth to know?
I think the scariest thing about this illicit opioid is that it masquerades in fake pills. So it is being laced into pills that look just like commonplace prescriptions, things like Xanax, Adderall, Percocet. But when you buy them on the streets, they are highly addictive and they can kill you. And unfortunately, in Virginia, we've seen that happen time and time again. So we want people to understand that no pill is safe unless it has been issued by a licensed pharmacist.
Yes, and those packagings and everything else can make kids particularly susceptible to it, and we've covered that at length here on Fox 5. So what can parents and caregivers do? How do they get more engaged and prevent overdoses in the community?
Well, I think one of the main things they can do is be present in children's lives, whether you're a coach, a parent, a teacher. Make sure that you're aware of what they're hearing and what they're seeing. We also need to understand that many of these drugs are readily available on popular social media platforms. And so as kids are engaging in Snapchat and TikTok and some of these places, they are being exposed to marketers looking for vulnerabilities to have them engage with these drugs. I also think we need to have important conversations. We know that here in Virginia, conversations are making a difference. The CDC has just reported that Virginia is leading the nation in overall reduction of overdose deaths. And fentanyl deaths are down 40% from just last year. So the numbers are moving in the right direction, but we believe that conversation really matters.
For our viewers who are parents or guardians and they're watching and they go, you know, I want to converse with my young person, my kid, but I don't know how to engage. I don't know what to say or how to say it. What's your advice on that front?
Well, you don't have to be an expert. And we know with teenagers, there's never a right time. But what I would say is that there are a lot of age-appropriate conversations you can have. We have a wonderful website resource. It only takes one. .virginia.gov, G-O-V, and there are all sorts of tips on how to engage in these most difficult conversations. I would also say it's really important to talk to your child's pediatrician and your child's school counselor. They're wonderful resources for mental health services and for any child that is vulnerable. The other thing to note is that there is a crisis hotline, 988. It is available 24/7, and if you suspect someone that you love or care about, whether they're young or old, needs immediate help, that is a fabulous resource to get in touch with first responders and practitioners that can come alongside to know how to support you and your family.
The resources are certainly there. I want to end on this question that I have for you. I know you've been really engaged with women and girls as well in terms of building their self-confidence, and you even had an event recently in Virginia Beach, and I thought, you know what, if First Lady Youngkin could go back to her teen version of herself, what advice would you give her to prepare her for the journey ahead?
I think I would probably tell myself to take more risk. I'm the firstborn in my family, so I tend to be risk averse. I tend to want to control my environments. But I have found that when I push myself a little bit out of my comfort zone, sometimes really beautiful things happen. So I would encourage young girls and young women to make sure that they're trying new things and that they're engaging with nature and with other friends and in environments that will stretch themselves and their imaginations.
All right, gotta take risks and get involved in your communities. First Lady, thank you so much for joining us, particularly to talk about the fentanyl crisis and what we can all do to better get those numbers down. We're moving in the right direction, but there's so much more to come. Thank you for your time and all that you do.
Thank you so much.
Time now is 9:21 on your Tuesday morning. You want to send things over to Stephanie following up